Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Hold on. I forgot I can't do this one. The guest one is a little different. There we go. All right.
Oh, there we
Hello.
go.
Hello, Action. Hello, Miso. Hello, Bishop. And hello, Han.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. I don't know why all of us. I was telling Han this before when we were in Discord call before stream, but like, right as I sat down to call her for like setting up, I just like. I mean, Han can tell you. I sneezed like 3 times, and like
It shook the earth. I felt it. Long distance apart.
and now, so I took a Zyrtec. I was like, oh, it must be because, you know, my dog just had a bath and he's like really fuzzy after a bath. And also, like, I've been rolling around the floor, like doing sewing stuff, and there's so much dog hair on my carpet. Like, I vacuum, but like, I literally vacuumed yesterday. And I was like finding hairs today, like his fur, like balls of fur on the carpet. So then I was like, okay, let me just take a Zyrtec. But like all of a sudden now I'm like, am I getting sick? Like, yeah, Bishop says, are you getting sick? I mean, I didn't go anywhere to get sick.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm trying to think. I didn't really meet anyone
It's
different
probably
than
from
usual.
being hunched over on the floor, rolling around.
Okay, I hope so. I hope the Zyrtec kicks in soon. I also took an Advil, but like, you know, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'm a little bit congested today. I apologize. Hopefully the voices still come through. Let's see. Any announcements you want to make, Han, before we go over to the game screen?
On my end, I'm just taking a little hiatus for the month of November, but on November 30th, I'll be back for my live signing. So details are still on my channel in my panels. Thank you.
Check out Han and her link and her Streamily link. Do it.
Thank
Check
you.
her out. She's awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go over then to the game screen.
Sounds good.
And then I'm gonna turn the music off here. Turn it on.
And it's gonna be this loud because the menu music is like extremely loud for some reason.
It really is. And like the rest of the game is like low, you know?
Yeah.
So weird. Okay. Oh, we were still talking.
This game is just talking.
The Shiraishis were dealt a tough hand. I can't imagine what it was like. Could it be the girl was forced by her circumstances to take part in the kidnapping? Did he have more to talk about? Oh, he did.
But the Shiraishis certainly hadn't looked out with theirs, bringing such a violent man into it.
Michael Jackson. He kind of is dressed like him.
Yeah. I don't know what Michael Jackson sounds like, so... I mean, it's nothing I can imitate, so it's just this bad, goofy impression.
Yeah. Where are we going now? Can we go back to the school? Is there anything there?
This is Komagata High School. I guess there haven't been any developments.
Okay, so nothing here then. South Warigasui Street. What was here again? I forgot. Well, I guess they're about to tell us.
The Hihaku Soap headquarters are on the other side of South Warigasui Street. They were closed when I visited this morning, but it appears things are up and running now. To think a small soap-making company could grow so much in such a short time. They have factories and warehouses throughout the area now. You can see why director and now chairwoman Natsue Yamamori is called the Queen.
Updates page. Let's see. Hihaku Soaps, a chemical producer that ranks 4th largest in the domestic detergent market and 7th largest in the cosmetics market. From its humble beginnings as a small soap factory established after the war in 1946, founder Natsue Yamamori utilized her feminine perspective and a well-timed economic boom to boldly lead the company into new markets. Even as the market grew crowded with the industrialization of Sumida City, the company continued to expand, digging its roots deep into the area. In particular, it established itself as a household name by focusing its branding toward the rapidly expanding convenience store market. Its flagship products now include cosmetics, detergent, soap, shampoo, and more. The company's name, Hihaku, can also refer to kasuri, a type of patterned fabric. Esco, thank you for the resubscribe. I wonder why the subscriptions aren't doing the pelting thing anymore in my thing.
Your heart monitor is on.
Oh.
Is that a thing?
Sorry, hold on. That was a thing for Little Nightmares because I was so scared.
Aw.
I finished the game.
You like it?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, bless you.
See, you guys, it's happening. Would you like to read this one?
Sure. Natsue Yamamori. Natsue is the former president of Hihaku Soaps, a large chemical company. Though she retired from her position 2 years ago, she still wields great influence over the company from her position of chairwoman. Recently, there have been rumors about her possessing strange and powerful magical abilities, earning her the nickname the Witch of Hihaku. Prior to the war, Natsue enjoyed working her dream job at a textile factory. She was forced to face the bitter reality of the world, however, when the factory was destroyed by a fire during the war, and she was ordered to rework the fabric she had painstakingly crafted into something more suitable for blue-collar work. Witnessing the rise in popularity of Western-style clothing in post-war period, Natsue left the textile industry. However, a nod to her past can be seen in her company name, with Hihaku being another name for kasuri, a type of fabric featuring patterns and images woven in dyed fibers. There's a lot of F words in there.
Fabric featuring fibers.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Having long been dissatisfied with the soap supplied at the textile factory, Natsue saw a business opportunity and set up her own small soap factory. Taking inspiration from imported soap brands, she developed new products which quickly gained good reputation. Ever the shrewd businesswoman, Natsue ran an aggressive promotional campaign on TV featuring a popular Japanese singer, rapidly turning Hihaku Soaps into a household name.
Oh god, is Princess crying already? No, I'm sorry. My nose is all bricked up because I think I'm getting either one, I have really bad allergies, or two, I might be getting sick.
I hope you're not getting sick.
It's fine. Miso says, another channel I watched just started a playthrough of Paranormasight, and they also decided to give Kai a southern accent.
It's just the vibe.
You mentioned that Takumi works as her secretary.
That's correct.
Do you think it's possible he's acting on her orders?
That's exactly my thinking. A curse bearer with both money and power could certainly look at resurrection as their next prize. Negotiating with a person of that stature may prove difficult. Business is up and running. I can see people inside the reception area.
Huh. Why? Oh, okay, hold on. Why didn't it checkmark though?
I don't know. Maybe you have to do something and then go back to it.
Oh, okay.
Back in the Edo period, the canal known as South Warigasui Street. Oh, Warigasui ran through this area. I'm just adding words, but it's been turned into a major road. It's a bit away from Kinshicho Station or Ryogoku Station. Saying Japanese words with a southern accent is very hard.
Yeah.
Though it's still considered a nice area. The stories of the ever-burning lantern and the foot-washing mansion both took place around here. One of the bodies discovered this morning was found by this road as well.
This is quite a lively area, huh?
I suppose you can call it somewhat of a city center.
Hope you're not getting sick. Me too. A warigesui, partitioning ditch, refers to a waterway dug down the middle of a road so as to divide it. At the dawn of the Edo period, the Honjo district was little more than a collection of suburban rice farms. As the area became more developed, the South Warigesui was excavated in order to drain rainwater into the Yokojiken River to the east. Though it served the people long and faithfully, it was converted into an underground culvert at the beginning of the Showa era. In the present, no trace of it remains on the surface but the street that bears its name. Gotcha. Maihan Monday, says Duo. Maihan Mondays.
Hi, Duo!
So, an influential person at Hihaku Soaps is potentially a curse bearer. Richter proposed we use money to negotiate for the curse stones, but we could hardly outbid a large corporation if it came down to it. Thanks for the lurk, show! I appreciate you. He tells me he barely slept last night, and yet he seems to be brimming with energy. Was I too that resilient at his age? Perhaps it's what sets us apart, a detective. What sets apart a detective from the rest?
First, I need to confirm whether Takumi is the man I ran into last night. Then, I'll be able to determine if he's a curse bearer. It'll be better if I go inside the headquarters alone. You should walk around, visit a cafe for some tea, perhaps?
Okay, hold on. So do I move? I moved to
Did you-
Midoricho?
Oh, were you able to check off Hihaku? I forgot.
Oh, shoot, no.
I don't even know if you were supposed to. We're here. This is Midoricho Park. Ayame Tono lives around here. She wasn't in her apartment when I dropped by this morning. I wonder if it's worth checking again.
Who was Ayame Tono again?
The artist girl.
Oh, okay. It seems picking up Ayame's trail is out of the question for now. Why did we even come here? Okay, wait. Perhaps wrong place. Let's go back here. Do you have the sickness? I don't know if I'm sick or not. I'm not sure. I literally... Oh, okay.
Oh. I'm going to go in. May be a while, so feel to find somewhere to kill time.
You were right. I think I did need to click back again. Yeah, like literally right when I called Han at 6:30 is when all of a sudden the symptoms came rushing in.
She's allergic to me.
I don't know if everyone besides me realizes this, but I found out that the 7 mysteries of Honjo are real legends.
Whoa, really?
Wait,
I didn't
really?
know that. I'm gonna look it up now.
Go look it up. Go look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Reese's Puff, Reese's Puffs.
Okay, good luck in there. I also thought they were made up.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
How did it go?
I'll fast forward to the conclusion. I met with Takumi. There's no doubt he's the same man I saw last night. But it doesn't seem like he's a curse bearer. Well, that doesn't mean he has no connection to the recent curses. He knew about the 7 mysteries. He even guessed we have a curse stone of our own.
Excuse me?
I tried to approach Takumi about a fallen item after I ran into him last night. However... Oh no, I gave him the same accent!
Hold on. I'll voice him in this scene.
Yeah.
You said your name was Richter, correct? I have a favor I'd like to ask of you. I'm hoping you would hand over the curse stone in your possession.
Curse stone? What are you on about?
There's no need to play dumb with me. In fact, there's no time for it. I had all the same reason you did to think you were a curse bearer last night, and your arrival here only confirms it. You are a curse bearer, no?
Yeah. You're right. We lack time. I'll confess, I am a curse bearer. I possess the curse stone of the Haunted Clappers.
I'm glad to hear the truth. Finally, this conversation is worthwhile. It is a dangerous item you hold. Give it to me. My company will take the responsibility to dispose of it.
I didn't know the soap business specialized in scrubbing curses clean.
It is the prerogative of Miss Yamamori.
Is that so?
Miso says you can probably find more info in Japanese. It's hard for me to find info in English, but I found a blog that has their Japanese name. It's Honjo Nana Fushigi, 7 Wonders of Honjo. I feel like Nana Fushigi does not really mean wonders. Fushigi just means strange. Like the 7 strange things of Honjo. Hold on.
Oh, I think I found it. Is it this? I think I found the website. Crazy.
Let's see. I will read this later because I can read. I'm like very illiterate, so it takes me a really long time to read anything in Japanese.
Oh.
Assuming you've obtained the curse, you understand the power it involves, no? Miss Yamamori possesses supernatural powers akin to those of a god. She also has a deep love for this land, having transformed it from the pile of dirt it once was to the home of our headquarters. She cannot stomach the fact that it's now the site of these curses run rampant.
So you're telling me the Queen of Hihaku is a real-life witch?
She wouldn't appreciate being called that, mind you. There's a sorcerer by the name of Suigen Gamyodo who's gallantly working behind the scenes, exorcising spirits and the like.
Go on.
That being so, there have already been instances of the dead coming back to life. Do you understand the urgency of this matter? These are curses we're speaking of, tools which are used by wicked beings to possess people. The rite of resurrection is nothing but a fabrication meant to seduce the curse bearers into unspeakable action. If you truly understand what I'm talking about, you must hand over that curse stone at once.
Very interesting.
Happy almost Halloween!
Happy almost Halloween! With that said, just how many curse stones have you acquired so far? Oh, that's me. It was on him, so I thought it was him.
Yeah, no, I get that.
If what you tell me is true, surely the company would have launched a large-scale search by now.
You know what? Also, yesterday, it was really windy. Like, I don't know if it was windy where you were at, but it was windy where I was at. So I think maybe that also, like, kicked up some dust and stuff.
Probably. So, you know how I was saying I was playing detention and observation duty with my roommates and stuff? Every time, like, scary ghost stuff would happen in detention, the wind would kick, like,
Oh
pick
my
up.
god, I would
And it
cry.
would blow our yeah, and then like it just my roommate kept being like, "Oh, it's the ghost." And I was so scared.
I would cry.
Uh,
Yeah, Hermes, would you cry? Would you protect me? Would
Nope.
you protect me? He absolutely
Wherever-
would not.
Wherever food is.
He's like the nicest dog. Like, so you know how I met KP for lunch? She came over, and like literally the entire time we were hanging out, she was petting Hermes. He is so handsome. Everyone who meets him falls in love with him. Okay.
Aww.
The next time you're in the area, you should just come over and hang out with my dog.
I will. I'll roll around on the floor with Hermes.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Duo said, I just picked up full chocolate bars to hand out for tomorrow. It's gonna be so cold though. Man, you know Duo must live in a rich area. When they give out the bars, that's how you know.
Bars?
I know, right?
That's
I'm like, you're giving out full
crazy.
bars? Man, I wanna go trick-or-treating in your neighborhood. We have 6.
6? Whoa. I can rest at ease then. And here I thought I was at risk of being cursed.
It seems we are on the same page. If that is the case, you should hand over your curse stone immediately.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not actually in my possession at the moment. Considering its importance, I've been keeping it in hiding.
Really now? Then I'll accompany you while you retrieve it.
I'm sorry, but I've got something important to attend to, but I promise I'll return with it later.
Very well. Then you won't refuse to provide your address and telephone number, I presume.
How prudent of you. I'll oblige. And that's how it went.
So they aren't after the right after all.
I wouldn't be so quick to trust them.
Oh?
I believe we're dealing with a master in deception. He may well have made up a story to convince us to part ways with our stone. I think he was lying about having procured 6 curse stones as well. Like, really? 6? That's excessive.
Well, now I feel gullible.
The company is plotting something. I wonder what they mean to do with the curse stones. You seemed rather desperate to get a hold of ours, despite us not having collected many soul dregs. Perhaps the people at Hihaku are the masterminds behind the curse being unleashed.
Because the chairwoman's a witch?
I wonder about that too. If she really were that powerful, would her secretary have divulged that information so casually? Takumi was either making it up as he went, or he's trying to spread a rumor.
For what purposes would he do that? Oh shit.
Recently, people have been caught up about the occult more than ever before. If word spreads that Hihaku's chairwoman has godlike powers, she could very well benefit socially and politically from that mistake.
Duo says, nope, not me. My parents live there, though. Another house gives 2-liter soda bottles? Fuck, I want to go trick-or-treating in that area. What the hell? Full chocolate bars and 2-liter soda bottles? You would only need to go to like 3 houses and make it worth it to go home.
Right?
Yeah, you got all excited, didn't you? Because I got excited. 2-liter soda bottles! Look at your face! That's unsettling.
By the way, there's one more thing of interest I heard while in the company's reception lobby.
And what's that?
People were discussing whether one of the bodies found this morning... people were discussing whether one of the bodies found this morning was that of a Hihaku employee.
Really?
So long as the officials haven't revealed the identity, it all amounts to no more than speculation, though. Despite that, I have reason to believe Hihaku Soaps is deeply involved with the 7 mysteries. At the very least, I can assure you I've gathered that much. The more we know, the better our negotiations will go.
Miso says, oh, I played Detention recently. It was really good and not too scary for me. I think horror games aren't really great for my mental health, but recently I wanted to try some again.
No, yeah, Detention was really good, and it takes place during like a real time in history when Taiwan was under martial law.
Oh, interesting. What's it about?
So, it's about you start off as like this school kid who's stuck at school for reasons, and you go through and you like uncover why you're there, and like
Uh-huh.
there are like creatures that are that will walk by you, but you have to like hold your breath. Like that's the main mechanic is like holding your
Oh
breath and
my
moving past them.
god. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's freaky. And then I would say like most of the horror stuff is at the beginning, and towards the end it's more about like uncovering more of the mystery. And there's like a big not a big puzzle element, but there are puzzle elements in there too that make it really interesting. Um, but it was just I thought it was really good, and apparently there's a movie that's based on the game, and
Oh,
both the
uh-huh.
movie and the game are based on are both the movie and the game are inspired by true events.
I see. Real and horror? Oof, a history lesson, that's not too bad. I have a thing to say about the beginning of the game. The water turning red is a pun on floods in Chinese. What does that
Oh, is
mean?
it really? That's cool.
Playing it was downright educational, both about history and culture. I see.
Yeah,
I
like it
see.
was like you know, like it was about like a sad time in history, and so like that being kind of part of the plot was very I thought it lended itself well to like
Uh-huh.
the atmosphere.
Yeah, yeah.
But boy howdy, it scared me. We should avoid Hihaku for the time being. It'll be a pain if I have to deal with Takami again.
Alright, so that means, okay, we're done. We're done. Now we can go to Ayano or whatever.
We're here. This is Midoricho Park.
It's always heartwarming to see children playing in the park. Richter seems to like kids. Perhaps because they're on the same wavelength. Wow. She just called him out.
That's so funny. This place is connected with the story of the Taiko of Sugaru. Not only that, Katsushika Hokusai's home was also in the area. That might be why Ayame chose to live here.
A small park bordering South Warigasu Street, sporting a mixture of cherry and evergreen trees. Although unremarkable in most respects, its small playground always attracts a number of children come evening. While no trace remains in the modern day, it stands on what was once the site of the Suguru estate. The legendary artist Katsushika Hokusai is also believed to have been born in the vicinity.
We won't get much done standing around here. Why don't I go and check out Yama's apartment?
You don't mean to speak with her, do you?
No, I'd prefer to get an idea of what she's been up to. I like to see whether she's been home or not, just to potentially get a trace of her movements.
Then be my guest.
Okay, I shouldn't be long. I'm back, ma'am.
So, nothing?
I'm afraid so. She still hasn't returned. However, I noticed a few people who have been related to police force who keep an watch in the area. I don't know if they got eyes on her apartment, but they do appear to be watching the building it's in.
Interesting. You've got a sharp eye to have noticed them despite them being so covert.
What can I say? It's part of the job. However, it meant I had to refrain from knocking on her door or looking through her window. I wasn't able to check her electric meter or mailbox either, unfortunately.
You were planning to go that far.
We won't make much progress sticking around here.
What a waste of time. We should move on quickly. Move on where? School?
Oh.
It was like 4 places. Like.
There hasn't been any developments.
Hold on. Was there more to the map?
I think it's just the 4 places.
What?
Do you mind looking like fully left and right? On the when you're in the school?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if like
Did we miss something at the Shiraishi's house, maybe?
we can go back.
Oh my god. It's gonna drive me nutso. Hello, Jakery the Bakery. Welcome back. How are you? Today we are playing a visual novel. Not the same visual novel as last time, but you know, a visual novel. It's kind of spooky. How have you been?
I doubt anyone's still living there.
Oh god.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, that scared me. oh. This is exactly what my nose needed. It cleared up a little bit. Oh my god.
Scary game cures allergies.
Okay.
Oh, so you came here too?
What is it?
Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richter?
Police! They've intersected!
Hands in the air. Wave it like you just don't care.
I wonder why we couldn't progress through that one.
We didn't do those, right? I think it's because they show up.
Okay. Okay. With dusk fast approaching, they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Tsutsumi and Ario direct their investigation toward Komagata High School and the Shiraishi residence. Just started 2-week vacay between jobs? Congratulations!
Yay! Congrats!
What are you gonna do for 2 weeks while you shift in between? Dang, this theme song just hits,
good.
man. Sorry, I just had to interrupt asking about your 2-week vacation for that.
I think everyone should. This is music for you, Jakery the Bakery.
Yeah.
This is victory music for your new job.
Oh, it's so good.
Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Komagata High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this place looks safe and sturdy. Yoshimi also looked out for these students as a Sumida city officer. Juvenile delinquency has been a growing problem for years now. This school's no exception.
Juvenile delinquency. The midpoint of the Showa era saw a marked increase in delinquency among young children. Nope, young people. Maybe some of them are children. A wave of violent incidents targeting I mean, anyone younger than like 25 are children to me. You know what I mean? Like, you're all children.
I would agree, but I also just pictured like Boss Baby, but like Yankee Boss Baby.
Yeah. A wave of violent incidents targeting teachers as well as students, and often involving weapons, consumed the nation's middle and high schools. Bosozoku motorcycle gangs also enjoyed their heyday around this time. Japanese arrest rates reached a historical peak during this period, and pompadour Yankees and female skeban delinquents became a common sight on the streets. This youth rebellion is often framed as a reaction to universal education policy or the pressure of highly competitive entrance exams. But its causes are likely manifold, extending far beyond the deficiencies of the educational system. Jakery says, my sister is coming to visit, so we're making plans on stuff to do, mainly restaurants to check out. She's quite the foodie. I'm visiting my sister up where she lives because I have to go to a funeral like Thursday, Friday for my aunt. This is not a huge deal, but I'm staying with my sister, right? And I'm like, I want her to take me out to eat because, like, she lives in an area that has really good food.
laughing. I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm
Oh,
also
no, it's
laughing at the delivery.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's my aunt. I wasn't super close to her. It's just because it's a family event thing, so I have to go, you know? So I'm like, okay.
Just like the
It's like, no, I'm fine.
coaster.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're like, anyways, but also
Yeah.
food.
It's like,
really
oh
funny.
yeah, I have to go to a funeral, but don't worry about me. I'm fine. But also, I'm looking forward to food. Otherwise, working on my house some. Ooh, what kind of house projects do you have going on? I've been telling Han all about it. I'm working on a portable vocal booth because I've been recording like these ASMR scripts, right? And like, I'm noticing that my recordings have this really weird echo. So I was like, I can't stand it anymore. And so for $30, I went to Home Depot to buy like PVC pipes and like these joiners. And now I'm constructing like the panels out of fabric because I have a whole bunch. Like, as an ex-cosplayer who also has had fabric shoved onto me from my other friends, you know, I just have a lot of fabric. So I was like, I really should just use all this up, you know? So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear about your aunt.
aren't-
That's okay.
If you guys aren't already following your princess's ASMR channel, you should.
Heck yeah. I think
I'll beat you up.
my most recent recording, one, it sounds really good in my opinion. I'm not 100% sure. I've listened to it on 3 different headphones and they all sound okay to me, acceptable, right? For my untrained ears. And the subject, it's like a farm date, so it's quite cute.
Aww.
It probably sounds weird to say, I'm glad you weren't close, but I hope you know what I'm trying. Yes, I do know what you're trying to say. No worries, no worries.
The school's gate will lock while forensics inspects the scene of the incident. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later.
Okay, and then surroundings. Uh-oh. Are you okay?
Oh, hello?
Yes, are you okay? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Oh no! It's happening already. Okay. Let me see. I think my Discord's like trying to catch up.
Okay. I haven't heard you read the news yet, so I'm just waiting for you
Okay.
to, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read that again. The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kind of tense with this many cops around.
I have some painting to finish up on and lots of yard work to do. I've been working like 60 hours a week for a couple years now, so I'm a bit behind on basic maintenance stuff. Really excited to be moving beyond that. Good for you! Good for you for getting work that is less intense on your weekly schedule. And also for, you know, like being a homeowner and taking care of your house.
Hey,
I want to be that person. Han wants to be the person that franchises the Taco Bell,
To
but
be a
I just
home-
want to own a home.
Listen.
Oh no! If it's one thing, Han, that I'm gonna remember about you for the rest of my life, okay? I'm gonna be 80 and I'll be like, hey Han, how's the Taco Bell going? We're gonna be friends, you know, years later. I'm gonna be 80 years old. I'm gonna hit you up. How's that Taco Bell franchise?
I'm gonna own like 50 franchises. Just you wait. You'll see. You'll
wait.
all see.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
Is there something on my shirt? Oh, don't tell me I stink.
Wait, Jankery says, yo, a Taco Bell is a valid goal. Just had some tonight.
See?
What's your Taco Bell order, Jankery at the bakery? You said yours was the chicken cheese gordita crunch, right? Or was that someone else?
Crunchwrap, Andy.
Crunchwrap. I'm Crunchwrap too. Oh, you know who said it was the gordita thing? It was Cap. And I think Lost said she liked the quesadillas.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Because we talked about Taco Bell like when we were playing Phasmo. It's just imprinted on my mind.
Everyone's orders. See, when I franchise a Taco Bell, I won't even have to worry about that.
Crunchwrap is fantastic. Good taste. Good taste.
But you know what's funny? I don't really like tortillas, so I'll eat like the inside of a Crunchwrap.
You are so weird. What? Just
I'm a monster.
Oh my god. You're so weird. Just order something without a tortilla, you weirdo.
I don't know. I have issues. I'll admit it.
How do you even eat it without the tortilla?
Like, I'll take a few bites and then I'll just start just eating the inside because the inside has the like hard taco shell.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're so funny.
This place isn't only connected to the case because of the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the Fool's Procession, and of course where that teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think?
Omiso says, I belatedly remembered one of the things I would buy if I won the lottery. I would buy one of those giant soda machines that lets you customize any soda you want. You know, I've seen those, and they look pretty cool. Like, they're pretty legit.
Wait, not the ones at like the movie theaters or whatever, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, there's like machines that you can like...
Oh, like at home?
Yeah, no. I think it's the one at the movie theaters. I think that's what Miso's talking about.
Yeah, and like you like click the buttons and then...
Yeah, and then it just makes your soda for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good investment.
Miso says also, Han, we can share an order for the times when I just want to eat or tortilla.
Oh, there you go. I'll give you my tortilla. Wink.
Wait, hold on.
Oh right, speaking of schools.
Oh, what is it?
You said paranormal affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get that psychic high schooler you mentioned to help us? A lot of people involved in this case led back to this school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us.
For a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them. Oh man, my nose is a lot clearer now.
Uh-huh.
You sure seem eager to exploit underage labor.
Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine.
When'd you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are.
Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout the area.
Can I get a 5-layer burrito tortilla on the side? Just get it in a bowl and get the tortilla on the side.
You're not the only person who's yelled at me for my food ordering shenanigans. I was bullied into like making a list of foods that I don't do like, and every time I go, what do I want to eat? Everyone goes, check your list.
It's really funny. The ones with the digital display and buttons. I think the Coke brand on one is called a Coke Freestyle. Probably get both a Coke and Pepsi brand. Oh yeah, because Coke and Pepsi never exist in the same machine for some reason.
I have an invention for you, Miso. You want to hear it? You can't reply, so I'm going to tell you. So the Coke machine, right? The digital Coke machine with all the buttons, except it's also like a DDR style rhythm game, like those tap games that you find at the arcade. And the only way to get your drink order is to get like an S ranking on.
I would die. There's no more soda for me in my life. Sorry. one way for me to stop drinking soda forever. Oh my god.
I think it's a good idea. I wonder if there's anyone who can help us scout out the area.
Oh, I don't know. 9 a.m. A perfectly reasonable time for students to be at school. And yet, I doubt this will be that simple. Is that all he says? I wonder if there's anyone that will help us scout out the area? Yep, that's all he says. Do we move? Okay, let's move to the neighborhood. I have a DDR pad, so that sounds great, actually. That would be a great deal with a real arcade quality DDR machine built in.
Yeah, I think I'm a genius.
You kinda are. You kinda are.
I think I am. It seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. The houses here, or the houses are really crammed together in these narrow alleyways. Strangers like us walking through definitely stand out.
You've just solved America's obesity problem. It's true.
It really feels like old Tokyo.
Wait, hold on. It's quiet. This place is normally pretty lively, full of people coming and going. But it seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of recent incidents. To the Shiraishi household.
All right, I'll go check the house.
Think. So, the Shiraishi household. There's a chance that Michio didn't actually kill herself. It might be for the best that we didn't find her parents. Oh god! Oh, you're back. It's because it just did it, zoomed in without me clicking anything, so I got scared.
Oh, no luck, boss.
No one home?
Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but no one came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there's no sign of activity inside either. And I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox.
Suspend? Oh wait, hold on. I meant to click on June. Ariel looks kind of disappointed, and he do have a booty. Guess there's nothing we can do, so suspend? Okay. So I guess we gotta go, to talk to the girls. Okay, that makes sense. Bringing her friend back from the dead means she'll have to pay the price. Yako makes it home safely, but still isn't sure about how to proceed with her curse. She worries about Mio as the night passes.
Oh, good morning, Yako. Huh? Yako. Rise and shine.
Huh?
You're up.
Huh? It's morning?
Are you okay? Can you remember your name?
I'm... I like how you can choose a lot of different things. Yes, I'm Yako Sakazaki.
Good. It seems like you're fully awake.
Why did it make a little ding noise?
I think you selected the right answer, that's why.
Oh, I see. Oh, Mio. Thanks for last night. Was everything okay?
Yep, still alive.
Well, you weren't from before. We actually killed you. I'm sorry.
we don't have to tell her that.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't just get away. Oh, am I cutting it out?
Yeah, could you do that again?
Oh, am I back? Can you hear
Yeah,
me
you're
now?
back. You're back now.
Okay, cool. I couldn't dispel the curse echo or learn the identity of who used it, but I managed to at least get away. But in that situation, it's the best you can hope for.
Floppy says,
Oh
"Rise and shine,
no.
Earth sign." No, you're good. You're good. Uh,
Oh.
Rise and shine, Earth sign. Wait, that's from Dangan 3, isn't it? I don't recognize it, so it's probably from 3. I'm sorry I got you involved in something so dangerous. I meant to look for you as soon as the sun rose, but I was just so sleepy. I can't even remember when I fell asleep.
It's okay. It's only natural to be exhausted after what you went through. Besides, I also feel bad that you've been wrapped up in all of this. It's supposed to be my job to prevent that from happening.
Oh, yeah. You said something about that last night. Just who are you exactly, Mio?
Oh, well, the truth is, I've been trained in things having to do with the supernatural.
Huh? You mean you can learn that kind of stuff like you would with flower arranging? It's a very strange conversation. Fluffy says, I'm super close to 100k points, but I will save it for when we resume Dangan. It will be soon. Not next week, but the week after. Yes, yes.
I had quite the eventful childhood.
Huh. That sounds like it must have been tough.
Yes, it would take a long time to explain, so let's leave it at that for now. As fate would have it, I've ended up as the apprentice, or maybe more like an assistant to a notable paranormal expert. Schools have always had more paranormal disturbances because young people tend to be more susceptible to these things. I'm sent to schools that may experience something paranormal and put a stop before it happens.
Wow, that's amazing. So it's like a part-time job you do while also being a student.
Well, I do help maintain public order, but it's all part of my training, so I don't get any money.
Oh, you got it rough then. But still, that really is amazing. You were so cool when you faced off against the evil spirit.
I never know if I should be happy when you compliment me like that. but anyways, that's why it's up to me to resolve any paranormal issues at the school. And why I'm going to look into the cause of all this. But for now, let's head to the school.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have your curse stone? Now that it's daytime and its powers are diminished, I should be able to hold on to it. Want to give it a try?
Right. I do have it, but...
Yeah, go.
Is it really so wrong? Trying to bring back Michio back. I mean...
I can't approve of it. The rite may seem like a dream come true, but if it involves taking the lives of other people, then...
Yeah, true.
Choo-woo-woo? I want to make sure this whole ritual ends without anyone getting hurt. That's what I believe, and what I'll put before anything else.
I'm sorry, but is it okay if I hold on to it?
Yako.
I promise I won't use the curse no matter what. But maybe there's some other way. I just have this feeling that I shouldn't give up on the possibility just yet. That said, I'll help you, even if it is to stop the curses. For the Michio that still exists within me, I'll settle things so that we can move forward.
Okay, but if you ever feel in danger, you can give me the curse stone at any point.
Right, thank you, Mio.
Okay then, let's go.
Candy shop. an old-fashioned candy shop located on a street corner in Honjo. It's been in Yako Sakazaki's family for 3 generations. On the weekends, wait, wasn't there someone held kidnapped under a candy shop? One second. On the weekends, you can spot Yako watching over the store, cooking monjayaki, and playing traditional tops and card games with the local children. Though traditional candy shops are often known for selling cheap treats for kids, it is not uncommon to see these largely privately owned businesses become something more like general stores, selling food, drinks, utensils, and other daily necessities. Many families operate candy shops on the dirt ground floor of their home, known as a doma, with a space in the back where customers can eat monjayaki, as well as arcade games and capsule toy machines in the front. Such facilities make them attractive places for children to gather and play. However, the harsh reality is that traditional candy shops, which thrived during the period of high economic growth when many confectionery manufacturers entered the market, are experiencing a steady decline due to the rise of convenience stores and changes in children's interests and tastes. Wait, hold on. There is...
What's your favorite candy?
Ooh, this is a great question. And we're not counting like chocolate, right? Because we talked about chocolates last week.
Chocolate doesn't count as candy. What are we classifying as candy?
I feel like, because here's the thing, right? Like when I was teaching in Japan, chocolate was chocolate and candy is ame, so it's like very different.
Oh.
So yeah, so if it's chocolate, it's choco, but if it's like a hard candy or like a gummy, that's ame. I mean, gummies are
Okay.
gumi, but like you kind of count it under candy. It's like hard candies.
Okay, so not counting chocolates then.
Yeah. So anything but chocolate. I really like. Have you had the Japanese like grape gummies? They're so
Grape
good.
gummies? I don't think so.
They're like shine muscat, like green gummies, and they are so good. I'll see if I can bring some. Am I gonna stop by Mitsuo? I could probably stop by Mitsuo and grab you some, and then we can we can eat it when I'm at orchestra practice.
So good.
That would be mine. What would be yours?
Well, because you brought up Japanese candies, there's one called Flower Kiss candies. It's a hard candy.
Flower kiss candy. Okay.
And it's so good. I wish I could describe it. It's just like a hard candy, but it's like different flavors and stuff like that in the pack. But if I didn't count that one, just because you said in Japan and then it reminded me of this candy. I'm a sucker for peach rings.
Ooh, peach rings are good. I do like peach rings. You know, weirdly, I really like the Sprouts gummy bears. Like, I'm not a huge fan of gummy bears, like the Haribo gummy bears, but like the Sprouts gummy bears, for some reason, they're really good.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What's your favorite gummy bear flavor?
The white ones.
Are white ones pineapple?
I don't know what flavor they are. Whatever flavor the white ones are, they're my favorite.
I think those are my favorite too.
I like to pick them out of the bag, and then what's your worst, like which color do you hate the most? I hate yellow. Every yellow gummy bear has been bad for me.
Oh really? I don't think I hate any.
Really?
That's such a I'm yeah, like I don't know, they just all taste sweet to me, and if they're sweet then I like them. Maybe red?
Red? Okay. Red is usually either like strawberry or like cherry, right?
Yeah, I would say least favorite is red, but I don't hate it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, it wasn't a candy shop. It was just a shop. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Good.
Because I remember, like, he, like, basically tortured her. Anyways. And then they're gonna go to the school, and then we need to meet them at the school. Because, you know, high school girl who can do paranormal stuff.
Huh?
I thought it unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen?
If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask.
Thanks.
This isn't good.
Huh? What happened?
Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Jonouchi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds.
Inside Out, hello, welcome in. How are you? Hello, hello. Happy Monday.
Whoa,
What?
they're closing the school for today. But that's not all. I didn't know this either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby.
What? There's
Oh.
no way. Oh, why? Could it be? Because of the curse.
We don't know enough to say. From what I've heard, Mr. Jonouchi's body was in the middle of the school grounds. But his body was covered in bruises, like he'd fallen from somewhere high.
Weird.
Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very likely it has something to do with the curse.
You're saying someone used their curse on him last night?
Seems like it, doesn't it?
But that's so scary. Yeesh. So, the curses really do kill people. And someone used it.
Shh, keep your voice down, okay? What would happen if another curse bearer heard you?
Sorry. His deceased body discovered on the school grounds at dawn. Alright, that's the only thing that got updated.
I wish we had a little more information, but they've locked up the front gate. Maybe we can sneak in through the back entrance. That person over there. Isn't that Hitomi Okuda?
You're right. That's unusual. Oh, but she was at the school last night too.
She must know something about Mr. Mr. Jonouchi. Let's see what she has to say.
Oh, Mia, wait for me. Huh? So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night? No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know.
Thank you.
She owes you?
Oh, yeah. Right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble.
She gave me one of those, what was it? Exorcisms. Huh. So that's what it was.
Did you hear about Mr. Jonouchi?
Heard about it. Known about it since last night. Saw that asshole bite it on the school grounds myself. What? You saw it happen?
Tell us about it. What happened exactly?
Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What I can tell you... It was almost dawn. Probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden. Ran out onto the school ground like something was chasing him. Then screamed.
Oh, somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio!
Or something like that while he was running around. Michio? He mentioned Michio?
Was there anyone else on the grounds?
It was too dark to see from where I was. But for just a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids.
Oh?
I didn't go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life like, I was wrong, and I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden, his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke? Without anything being done to him? He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of there. Then he croaked. Saw.
I see.
But from what you've told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Jonoichi and killed him. Hell, if I know anything about that, I'm just telling you what I heard him say.
Did you tell that story to the police?
Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for shit. Not like they'd believe such an insane story anyways.
Right. But there must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right?
Yeah, I guess. There was this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day.
Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that.
Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off.
You've got it all wrong. Oh, I think it's frozen. Oh, here we go. Am I back? Can you hear me?
Yes.
The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit.
You know, I do think it was allergies now. It is, like, slowly clearing up, and I think it's because the Zyrtec has had time to kick in now.
I was gonna say all your deep voices are making your nose rattle and get all the gunk out.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm off to bed. Thanks for stream. Of course, Jakery. Thank you so much for coming back and hanging out with us. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your vacation with your sister in town. And I hope you are able to catch up on housework. And congrats on the new job. Bye. I'll see you later. Huh? It wasn't.
Yeah, this was just an unfortunate coincidence. Though, I'm sure that was hard enough for you.
That's all I know about that asshole's death. Hey, Mio, I've been thinking something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Jonoichi died. It sounds a lot like how Michio died. Gasp. Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state of Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from high up.
Could they have been killed by the same curse?
Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? 1 second. Let me pause the game and let's give you a shout out here. Hello, Big Fort. Welcome in. What were you up to today?
Wow. Madame.
Give it up for my fellow October baby, Resident Evil.
Oh, that's right.
That sounds scary. Madame Pixie Sticks, welcome in. What?
How many times has this been for Bigfort to play Resident Evil? I think he speedruns it.
Does he really? Crazy? That sounds scary. I
know he plays it multiple times.
No,
He's
absolutely not. Oh man, no.
He's built like a big fort.
He is a big fort. October baby homies. What's up, homie? Welcome in. I hope you've had a good stream. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Princess. I am a variety VTuber here on Twitch. I play a lot of Jump King. It's like the one game that I don't you know, I have to play it once a week at least. And I am joined by my friend Han here, who has just disappeared. Nope, she's coming back. There she is.
Oh, hello.
Yep.
Oh, hello,
Yep, you're
hello.
back. Yep. She's having
Okay.
some internet issues, you know. We we struggle daily.
So true.
Inside Out says Resident Evil 4 is so cool, Princess. You should play it. Oh, you know what you should do? You should definitely support Han.
Oh my gosh.
She is
Changing
taking
the subject.
yeah, she is taking a hiatus, but you can support her if you would like an autograph. She's doing like she's selling prints on Streamily that she will be autographing live on stream. Is it on your stream or it'll be like the
Yeah, it'll be on my stream. So yeah, so the Streamily link will send you to the site where there's like 4 prints listed, but there's only 2 that I want people to buy. And one is of Gray from Arknights, because for those of you who don't know, I'm the English voice of Gray from Arknights, and so I'm doing a signing for that. And then also another kind of like special print. If you guys just know me for streaming and VTubing, it's a little VTuber print. So
what are the other
is,
2 prints that you don't like?
it's like official artwork from Arknights that they put on the shop, but I don't know how to get rid of it.
Oh, I see.
But I want people to buy the commission one because I think it's so cute.
For sure.
I think the one that I commissioned is a lot cuter than like the official art, and so yeah, so you know, if you want that, I'll be signing it live. You can tell me to write things or draw things on it. I keep in mind I'm not like a good artist or nothing. And then on November 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific time, I'll be signing it on stream on my Twitch channel.
Nice.
That is of interest.
Big Fort says, man, I gotta get my Kyodai's autograph. I got you the link. Just click the link and, you know, go to it. But guys, if you like Resident Evil 4 and perhaps Dead Space, you might consider giving Big Fort a follow. I personally would not follow for those reasons. But, you know, if you're a huge fan of those games, you might want to follow Big Fort, because it seems like, you know, plays a lot of those games. They're comfy games. Weirdly.
I'll also say that I started playing Yakuza because of Big Fort.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
I heard Yakuza is really good.
Like, I've cried.
Yeah, for sure. No, I know. Like, Soren's? You know Soren's, right? You've seen him around. He wants me to play Yakuza, I think. He cried. I think I, like, saw one of his streams for Yakuza, and he was, like, was just wiping his tears away from, like, a previous cutscene or something.
Yeah, it's really good, and I will say I because there's like Yakuza 0, which is like the prequel, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, right? And it's like there's like a couple of remasters in there or whatever.
Yeah.
My like 0 is my favorite, and then 1 and 2, and then 3, then 4. Like it's so far it's in that order.
Okay.
So I recommend it. I think it's really good. It's really like it's like crime drama-y. But the side quests are also so funny. So if you need like that break from all the like intense stuff,
right?
It's like really nice to have.
Okay, I will keep a mental note. But I just have so many games that I need to play.
Oh, yeah. Totally get it. And they're like kind of long too. So it's like a commitment.
For sure. All right, let's get back to the game. Make sure you get that ass or after stream self-care. We'll be here for most of the night, so you know, come back whenever, hang out with us. Yeah, get that ass.
I don't think so. The curses of the 7 mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident.
Oh, right. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Oh, I see, okay. But there's no check mark, weird. Hitomi, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it too well myself. What can I say? What I can say for sure is, thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away.
Yep, some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal.
Chrono says, how are you two on this fine night?
Hello.
'Tis almost spoopy day. It is almost spoopy day. One more day. I have a surprise for everyone tomorrow. Han will see it before, everyone else.
I'm excited.
But yes, very exciting. My costume? Yes, my costume. What kind of costume? I wonder.
Place your bets. They tend to be they tend to end up isolated, and they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to them naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. Maybe we're cursed.
I get headaches all the time.
Muscle stiffness.
Oh God, geez. I know, right?
I'm sure it must have been very hard.
So that's how it works, huh? Is it different from the one you wore at work? It is different. She's dressing up as Mio, locking it in now. Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too?
It's possible with spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like siblings or a parent and a child. But you almost never hear about people being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear.
So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus?
Not quite. There are mediums and diviners who can align their minds with the spirits they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance.
Huh.
There are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense or a deep connection with the person. But they shouldn't be able to completely take over the person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you know if you were choosing that behavior of your own will or not?
Hence why there's a lot of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirit may influence the behavior and memories of the host, the deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur.
I see. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, Hitomi. Huh. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either.
The same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you can see them too with a little training.
I think I may pass. So, that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden saying she was gonna exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything?
You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results.
Huh. I guess that makes sense.
You told me last night before you witnessed Mr. Jonouchi's collapse. Can I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom?
Illegal things.
Oh, no.
Oh, spooky. You gonna tell the cops? Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Jonoichi, they'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him that night. Anytime something happens with someone like me and all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions.
Don't worry. Snitches get stitches. I
I ain't seen nothing last night. It was the colonel in the conservatory with a bread knife. It wasn't my girl who told me, I swear.
Deny. I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyways.
If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. Is the game so scary? How you holding up? Nothing scary so far tonight. But I don't know if that'll change.
A few startles, but nothing.
Yes,
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything crazy.
So, last night, that piece of shit Jonoichi called me over here acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible. Whatever. I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer on society when he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was the one always acting like scum, if you ask me.
Is that so? Could you tell us in more detail why he called you out in the middle of the night?
It's hard to explain. Where to start? So far in this playthrough, true, she's the little nightmare now. Oh, after yesterday, nothing can scare her. Yesterday's game was so scary.
You're so brave, and we are all proud of you.
Girl, I screamed so hard. I legitimately, I started crying, and I had to pause the game to wipe my tears.
Oh my god!
Yes, that did happen. And then my computer crashed the game. And I had to replay the boss fight. It was terrible. It's hard to explain. Where to start? Oh, misdeeds.
What do you mean by Mr. Jonucci acting like scum? Was he doing something bad?
You know, Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl who killed herself. Huh? Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. He was using it to blackmail her, call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted. What? What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple model students like you would ever get involved in. No way! That's... How? What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not have known about this?
Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down.
You got guts acting like you were her friend. Jonoichi really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No, how terrible.
He told me, how do you know about this?
I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He ran off in a panic when I yelled at him, asking what he was doing.
Walked in on it?
I couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread that stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. Tried to tell her that if you guys give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Jonoichi didn't change. Kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now.
Oh.
He told me If you knew about it, then why didn't you? You trying to say it was my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did?
Yako, there's no point in blaming Hitomi.
Michio, why? Did you hear what this dirt was? Nope. Never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long? The dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? There must be some reason. Dunno. Got nothing to do with me. So, last night, how did it start? Ah, right. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all. Real rough guy, but good at looking out for folks, so he was the only one I could talk to.
Huh, so there was someone like that with the police.
Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, another thing. One time, he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious, seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me that she was like me when she was my age and that she was on my side.
It must have been a terrible loss for her, too.
Yeah. I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be, and I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Oh, no. Whenever I get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to that park. Then he'd listen to whatever I was pissed off about. That day, he called me over there like usual, but something seemed off about him. Like, he was worried about something? Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor, too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and asked me to hold on to it for him.
A talisman?
Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figure if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. Have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Huh? Michio? What does she have to do with this? Han is so blurry. Whoa, she is having some connection issues today. Please ignore the blurry bird. Noah, she's very self-conscious. Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had like a special talisman or something. But apparently Michio always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michio had? He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me, he said.
Could there have been something that Michio couldn't tell even the police about?
I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about what Jonoichi was doing to her. Hard to talk to the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. Michio, what is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, I don't like that screen all of a sudden turned really dark and scary. Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him.
Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you.
Hell if I know. When I looked inside, there's just a weird, kind of grimy scrap of wood. So, you've seen inside it. But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow.
But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass. I figure he'd have to be serious about it.
Oh, and since he died right after that.
Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those 2 talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was gonna happen to him.
Huh, Nakagoshi?
Huh? Do you know him, Mio?
No, I've just heard the name, I think.
So, there really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief, at least. Just blame the curses. The supernatural is interfering with the connection.
No! Nah.
There's a ghost possessing your Wi-Fi router.
Oh, no.
For Han.
Get it out of there!
Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request.
He told me.
Yeah?
I'm eating a vitamin gummy. That talisman. Would you mind if I had a look at it?
Man, I want gummies. Man, we started talking about sweets, and now I want gummies.
Right? And I was like, ooh, candy.
There's like no Sprouts. I'm trying to think. Is there a Sprouts around me? I wish I could DoorDash myself some Sprouts gummies.
Instacart, baby.
But like, it's one thing, so I don't know if I should. You know.
Oh.
And it's like 8:30. Let's be real, it's 8:30. Are they even open this late? Do they close at like 8 or 9? Anyways, yeah. Well, how was the cake? The cake is delicious. I had some with Ever yesterday. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Chrono made me some cake. It's really good. Chocolate cake.
Oh, yum.
Yeah. I had some with ice cream and
Chocolate.
some chamomile tea. Chocolate?
Chocolate.
I know, right?
Chocolate. Chamomile tea. Do you drink chamomile tea a lot?
I love chamomile tea.
It gives me weird dreams.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Is that why maybe I had a weird dream last night? Oh god.
I don't know. I don't drink it because every time I do, I get like this, like really like not even like bad dreams, just like really.
I'm gonna be honest.
Weird one.
I haven't remembered a dream in like years.
Oh my gosh, you need better sleep.
I do.
And if we had a mattress sponsorship, that's when we like throw in the mattress sponsorship.
I know. You know, sleep number, Casper. You know, like
All
I'm
of us.
looking for a mattress sponsorship for me and my dog, or a pillow sponsorship. What about a CPAP machine sponsorship? Wait, is Devil's Night the night before Halloween? I thought Devil's Night was like on Halloween. I don't know.
I don't know. Is it like 3 a.m. tonight? I don't know. I'm making things up.
Is the night before. I see. Well, there you go. Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me.
Oh, okay. Freak. I'm just kidding. So, last night you were looking for the talisman Michio had?
Yeah. I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michio. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now, come to school tonight. He even gave me the code to the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he used it for secret meetings before.
Yuck. I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in.
So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night, but nothing he said made any sense. Like that I was really Michio and Stuff like that. He went on and on about it, how it was my fault, and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily.
Yeah? Were you okay?
Yeah, that's right when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Jonochi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterward, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and old man Ashimiya talking, and then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Jonochi come back outside and bite it.
I see. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman?
Princess, I've been trying to find a not weird time to ask you about how CPAP is going. I started watching you when you were trying to get your insurance to give you the machine. Oh, yeah. So I guess it's like a rental. So, like, I had to get a sleep study done. And because I got, like, referred by my PCP, the appointment for the sleep study was only, like, $50. And I, like, was in a sleep clinic overnight. And then I qualified for CPAP, so then they got everything together. And I think, like, all together, I paid, like, $50 for the machine. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. It's been, like, 3 months, and they haven't asked me to pay again. And the machine works at night, so I don't know if, like, it's just, you know, they haven't contacted me, or if it was, like, a one-time payment of 50, like, it was, like, 47 something. And, I mean, you know... Tax evasion. If they don't send me a bill, technically it's fine, right? They know where I live. I didn't catch the right streams to hear updates, and I felt weird asking. Nah, you can ask anytime. I love talking about how people should be getting tested if they don't sleep well, because it's important. If you get a contoured memory foam pillow sponsorship, I'll buy one. Gotta talk to I don't even know, what's that brand of pillow? I have like a memory foam pillow. I really like it. I don't know what brand it is. See, if I was sponsored, I'd know what brand to
True.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Jonochi. She said she did have a reason to hate him after all.
The last thing you want is someone randomly showing at your door asking for money, though. Yes, true. You just like talking, period. I do. I love talking a lot, all the time, about everything. I could go on about CPAP for hours. It's true. It is very important that you get enough rest. Just got a new pillow, but we are not sponsored, so no name drop today. That's right. You gotta pay us the big bucks to name drop in Saw Stream.
No way! You mean that really was her ghost, like for real?
Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it'd usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most of them don't have that kind of power. But it's possible they could possess someone close to them and act on those lingering regrets.
Wonder if that happened. Alright, then, supposing what the spirit board said is true and Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself.
Huh.
And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman.
Sure, thank you, Hitomi.
Oh, if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman.
We'll be sure to let you know.
Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right, I'm not home most of the time. Usually I'm at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks, we'll call her if we need to talk with you. And, what is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kind of scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up! You were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later. Don't die out there, okay? Oh,
Thanks.
she's sweet.
We'll be careful.
Overall, from what little I know about dreams and sleep quality, I guess that remembering fewer dreams is correlated with better sleep, but there are other variables. Because you can pretty reliably get people to remember dreams if you wake them up during REM sleep. But I don't remember that's the only part. Don't think that's the only part of dream remembering. You know, I will say, before CPAP, I used to have like. So it was like this really weird time where I knew that I was snoring and I knew I wasn't getting great sleep because I would just wake up really tired and fatigued all the time. And my dreams were so vivid. Like it was to the point where like I could imagine a scenario in my dreams and it would work in my dream, right? But then right around end of last year, beginning of this year, when I was like, well, fuck it. If I'm not going to get good sleep, I'm just going to go to sleep at like 4 in the morning. Like, it's fine. And that's when like I started just not remembering any dream anymore. Because like my body was breaking down. It was real bad.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I always thought it was the opposite. I thought you remember your dreams more if you had deeper sleep.
No, I think it's when you're like interrupted in the middle of like the really deep sleep that you remember it better.
Yeah, I thought this whole time I've been like, oh, I've been. You remember your sleep? Oh, you've been getting good sleep. Like,
yeah, nowadays I can't remember my dreams.
So that's good, right?
I think so. Yeah, I mean I get plenty of rest with the CPAP, so I think so.
Nice.
All right then.
We've got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Jonouchi was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there's a curse bear at the school. Multiple, in fact.
Multiple? You think so?
Yes, the cursed echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Jonouchi seem to be different.
Oh god.
The people in the school at the time other than us were Mr. Jonouchi, Hitomi, and old man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking it would be among them, but there's one more person. Hitomi saw a girl in a school uniform with braids.
From what Hitomi was saying, it doesn't seem like she's one. Mr. Jonouchi is pretty suspicious, though. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed.
Right. That's why I say there are multiple.
Oh, right. The person who killed Mr. Jonouchi would have to be one too. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or old man Ashimiya.
Yeah, we should certainly be careful of them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Jonouchi thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course, I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but...
Oh, I just remembered. I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night.
You did? It's likely he's involved with the curses given that he's the one doing research on the rite of resurrection.
So we'll have to be careful of old man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but...
As for what to do now... I'd like to find who's responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source.
Huh, that makes sense. In which case, next we should do... what exactly?
We'll need to talk with Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him.
Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be.
Let's try heading someplace someone may know where he is.
Where to go then? So... could go... Whoa, who are we looking for?
Talk to Mr.
Araishi?
Araishi. Okay, so maybe let's check the bridge. Sure, why not? Usually don't remember having dreams when I go to when I got my sleep study. They told me I had been dreaming, but I didn't have any memory of it.
I assume we were always dreaming and we just don't remember it, right?
Yeah. And so, Mio Kurosuzu and Yako Sakazaki decided on their next location to investigate. Oh god! Oh, scared me. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so I need to go here and then resume location selection, and I need to go to the school. Because then I'll meet the detectives, right?
Yeah.
I think. And so, decided on the next location to investigate. Wait, what?
Remember how Ario was like, oh, we need to find someone who can get around the school.
Maybe here?
I think can you change location? Oh.
Well, cause
In the green one, the one that was, oh no, maybe, I don't know. Sorry for the wait, boss. Oh.
hold on.
I think it's the one, I think it's the other one, no?
Story chart.
Can you change locations at the fancy sushi one?
This one?
Yeah.
Restart.
I think
Resume.
can
Start
you-
from Komagata High School. Oh, there they are.
Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly.
There they are. Huh? That's...
Boss, what is it? You want to talk to those girls?
I do! Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Ario.
Huh? What? Hey, aren't you... You must be that high schooler skirting the child labor laws who I've heard so much about. Say that again? Sorry about that. He's with me. Mr. Tsutsumi, if that's how you feel, maybe... Oh, was I reading
No,
earlier?
that's correct. In your note, you're correct.
Oh, okay. I'm so confused. If that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I'd prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat.
Wait. Really?
Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place.
Okay, I see.
Oh
So
yeah,
cute.
like one of those places in Ginza. I've never been. Let's go.
Also, like, just so you know, Ginza is like a very, very like upscale place in Tokyo. Like, it's where all the
Oh.
brand names are, and like the omakase
Ah.
sushis start at like $200 and up. So that's what the girls mean by going to eat sushi in Ginza. It is like a high class place.
Yeah, Dang. That's crazy. We got ourselves a deal, right, boss? These girls are at our service.
Oh, hold on now. What just happened? I never said I... Sushi?
Looking forward to it, boss.
Wait, since when were you included?
You guys are funny. You should do stand up.
Let's see. So this is Yako Sakazaki. She was with Mio. Could she be a friend? Did Mio finally make a friend? If she did, it would do this old man's heart good.
Aww.
But I better not say that out loud. Don't want to make her look bad.
He cares.
Mio Kurosuzu. She's like a disciple of the Paranormal Affairs Chief. I've heard that she helps out with investigations free of charge under the guise of training. Although she's my old boss's protege, she helped me out plenty while I was in Paranormal Affairs. She may look meek, but she's got strong spirit sense, sharp instincts, and courage. Plus, quite the brain to back it all up. That said, I can't help but think there's some kind of darkness following her around. So, how much have you been able to figure out?
Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked this Feast of Shadows, which boosts the power of curses, then brought forth the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. At least, that's my hypothesis.
Sounds about right so far. As I'm sure you know, there are quite actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the curse stones appeared before those who wanted the rite at the locales of the 7 mysteries. We've managed to gather 3 stone curses so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach.
You got 3 already? Wow. We have the curse stone of the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does.
That's me, Yako, the girl standing behind Mio.
She does? Is she alright? We could take it off your hands.
Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out.
Alright, I'll leave the Fool's Procession with you two then.
Huh? You want to talk to me? You'd probably be better off asking Mio.
Okay, well then.
Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows.
Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them?
Well, last night at school.
You were here last night? Yes, you see...
From what little I found, there are more than 7 mysteries, but 7 sounds cooler. Is true RL too. No wonder I was like, that sounds so realistic.
Yeah.
Huh.
You two were using a spirit board? That is so cool.
So that's when you ran into the Curse Echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter.
Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The curse echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg.
What? A woman missing an arm and a leg? That's the one-sided read.
Oh, nice.
The one-sided read. This is bad.
Huh? What's so bad about that one?
You idiot! Think! The curse bearer of the one-sided read is that crazy murderer, I don't remember his name, Fumichika Nejima. He admitted it himself.
Oh.
That's his curse.
Oh, that's right. Wait, but if that's the case...
Nejima must have been here last night!
What?
I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but...
What? Who's Nejima?
No clue.
So Nejima is trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes.
Huh? He said he was going to massacre the city at sundown today?
And he's trying to get to your daughter too?
That's why we've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night?
Well, as far as we know, there was us, Mr. Jonouchi, and one of our classmates, he told me.
Don't forget old man Ashimiya.
Wait, Hitomi? You mean Hitomi Okuda? Second-year student? Well, yes. Why? Boss!
So she was here last night. Huh?
Oh. I saw Hitomi earlier, though. She didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes.
Would you mind if we asked you a few questions about that?
Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. So I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this.
Ah, I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter.
A different matter? You mean about that police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that? Did Hitomi say something about him? Yes, she did actually. Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes, apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it. One that Michio had. What kind of talismans could they be, boss?
Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about him with his dying breath, they must have been pretty important.
Did they find the talisman on Michio where her body was found?
I'll check, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died.
Right. Would you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I'd like to talk to her about this talisman. I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. I'm no good, huh? I was friends with Yoshimi, though.
You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Not all that scary for a cop. But I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect.
To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us.
Well then. Do you think she'll talk to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before?
Oh, they have. She told us about that. Yes, she might be willing to talk to her.
Alright, then we better find her fast.
You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying. If we're talking about people who were at school last night, there was one more person, though. I'm not too clear on the details.
There was someone else?
Apparently, Hitomi actually saw Mr. Jonuichi getting cursed and killed last night.
What? Talk about some vital information!
What she said happened was... Michio was the one who killed Mr. Jonuichi? Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw? Well, that's what she told me. I wasn't there.
That must mean there was another curse bearer here last night. Jonuichi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not.
Damn, boss. Do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reason to be vengeful.
Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean just anything is possible. It's still possible that Nejima was behind Jonuichi's death. But what about Hitomi's story?
To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows. It would help if I knew more about how the curses of these 7 mysteries first came about.
In that case, you're probably best talking to that crabby researcher guy.
You mean Mr. Aishi? I would very much like... Oh.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
My brain was like, oh, it's one sentence. And then I was like, next.
All the time.
Right. He's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. He might be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the asking.
Do you know where he is?
I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers.
The cafe. Oh, Kurokikyo Cafe in Kamezawa? Thanks, we'll head over there right now.
Okay, so they're going to a cafe. School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes, though.
Don't worry about it. I'll allow it.
Thank you. Huh? Is that all it takes?
Mayu Chozawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her.
Okay, I'd be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Oh, right. One more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters.
What? So it was a Nakagoshi case. Why would Yoshimi tell her that?
Could you check on that?
I will, but, well, I don't know if they'll pick up when I call.
Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau?
Well, yes, Nakagoshi's the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All of Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases.
Jeez, what's up with that? The amulet Hitomi was looking for may be the missing puzzle piece to this mystery. There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all of this for a reason. I want to find out why.
Nice. About this janitor, Hashimiya, was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here?
Huh? Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? I only transferred to this school though, so I have no idea.
He's around 50 years old. He came to our school about a half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumors about him.
I see. Thanks. I think I'm starting to get a better picture of this.
Huh?
Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of proper rehabilitation, you see.
What are you... No way!
Oh, that's me. Ario, have the officers apprehend the janitor. He worked the night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room. I was like...
Oh, because it says Ario.
Yeah.
Yes, right away. Boss, bad news. Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they've been looking to question Ashimiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No.
That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya?
The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He'd always avoid it.
Ario, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away.
Yes, sir. I'll contact HQ right away.
Real quick, let's pause.
Uh-oh.
I want to get some more water and stuff, so let's take this
Okay.
chance to pause, and I'm gonna run my BRB screen, and it'll be about 3 minutes. But I'm just gonna get some water and then maybe a snack because I am getting a little bit peckish. So I will be back. All right, you guys, see you soon. Hello. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
Did you have a good break? Did you get water? Snacks?
What's that rope all about?
It indicates where Jonochi's body was found.
Struggling tonight.
They moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how it was found.
Yikes. That's a little gross. You can even
While
see
she's
how
eating.
you can even see how his arms and legs are all ugh. Cool, Ariel, you're scaring her. This kind of stuff is a little much for a kid.
Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently.
Is there anything more? Alright, that's enough. Mio, what do you think?
I knew it the second I looked at the scene. You're right. Traces of a curse still linger here.
I figured as much.
Does that mean Jonouchi was killed by one of the curses of the Seven Mysteries?
How many times can his name come up tonight? Apparently a lot.
Too many. Yes, a strong curse like that always leaves behind a trace. Oh my, I didn't expect this at all.
Yeah. How could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bear on top of that.
To think he was so close to us this whole time. Ugh, it gives me the chills.
Oh my god, is that why she died in the hallway? When we mentioned Mio? Because he has a curse?
A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work in a high school.
Let's hope it isn't already too late.
Oh, I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night.
What? I don't like this one bit. Nejima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but...
I'm glad nothing happened to you.
Wait, but then, could it have been Old Man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? Ah! I almost told him that you were still in the building too.
What? You did?
Yikes, good thing I didn't say anything.
You might have gotten very lucky there, kid. It's not like you had to do that again.
This is too much. I hope they find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law, help us.
What was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about a grudge? Did you know anything about her?
What's your relation?
I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first.
Ah, I see. Prince Roscoe voice is great. I'm glad you like it.
It's beautiful.
We gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Ario.
All right. Keep in mind that this is just a theory, though.
A game. Sorry. Okay.
After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but vehicular collision.
Wait, what? An accident?
Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. An investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seemed he had his doubts about it being a suicide.
What? A van? Speeding?
Yako, what's wrong? Are you okay?
Okay.
Van. There's a young man in the passenger seat.
Yako!
I'm trying so hard not to look.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Huh? Yes. Wait, was I?
Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat.
Uh, yeah, I'm okay. I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there.
It's no problem, as long as you're okay. That was quite the surprise, though.
The fuck was that all about?
Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he?
Well, he didn't give me any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either.
Right.
Do you have any idea why Jonoichi was so scared of Michio?
Well, about that.
I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but... I see. Well, I half expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry, it's hard to explain.
Wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that.
Michio, what happened?
How's that? Oh, okay. Surroundings? Forensics is still investigating the area. I really want to bring these kids to a place like this, but... Hello, thank you for the toy bonjour. How are you? There were too many onlookers outside for us to speak comfortably. Besides, oh, also by the way, Han, Azure wants to play mahjong with us.
Yes! Yes. I have to find a date.
If you're cool in November, I know you're not streaming, but you can still join us.
Yeah! I want to learn how to play.
I want to learn how to play too. Besides, it would be good to have Mio look around the scene too. Okay, more looking.
Wow. Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing?
I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It just comes with experience, I guess.
No, I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack without even breaking a sweat?
Stop it, Mr. Tsutsumi. She's gonna get the wrong idea.
Wow, that's amazing. Mio, you're a professional.
You think?
Totally. You're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome.
When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. Hey, boss, Forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say.
Sure, thanks.
Boss, they found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene.
What is that? A ribbon.
Yeah, the kind you use to tie up your hair.
What? I've seen that ribbon before.
You have? Go on then.
It's from my dead friend, Michio.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. It's the ribbon that Michio always used to wear.
What?
Doesn't that mean that Michio was here?
Are you sure?
Definitely. I have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers.
Then did she come back to life somehow?
But how?
Okay, is that everything?
If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go?
That's the question. She got her revenge on Jonuichi, but she may have more revenge to dish out.
Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against?
Well, what about the guy who killed her in the collision?
Huh. If she really did come back to life, and it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live. I'm afraid that's all we can tell you.
Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We should start our search for Nejima and Mayu Chozawa.
It might be worth it to check Michio's house as well, just in case.
Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here.
Got it. Thank you, and good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Araishi about a way to lift this curse. All right, boss. Let's get going whenever you're ready.
All right, moving. Now we go to the house.
Yay!
I see. More paths have opened. Now we go to the house. Haruhi and Richter visit Michio's home, having determined her to be a key player in the unresolved kidnapping case from a year before. As the complicated story begins to unravel, they encounter two men. Ooh, this is a good song too.
Yeah.
Very jazzy.
Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's June Ariel. I'd hardly call myself an elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here is the brilliant Chief Inspector Tsutsumi, and yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks.
Sometimes I don't really know if you're complimenting or putting me down.
So, you two are detectives.
This is my client, Miss Haruhi Shigema. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A bigwig named Shigema? Boss, do you know of this guy?
Shit, I've heard the name, but you know I don't keep track of who's who in the upper echelons.
There's no need to worry. I am my own person, after all, and my father has nothing to do with any of this.
Ooh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like you're getting off easy again this time.
Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. It ain't like that.
You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. All the police officers I've met have always been so dull.
Well, you won't find any dull cops here. We'll round up all your criminals with a smile. That's our motto.
How lovely. Keep it up.
Just hold on one second. This is the first I'm hearing of that.
Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives.
A young, energetic detective. He seems to have a strong sense of justice. If my son had the chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer just like him. He seems like he's got a lot of experience working the streets. Most of the officers I know are the bureaucratic desk jockey types. The contrast is rather striking.
What brings you here, Richter? You want a case? That's right. I'm picking up the police's slack. Remember the kidnapping, a murder case from last year?
Oh, I remember now. You're that Haruhi Shigema from the kidnapping case.
Huh? Did I miss something?
Don't be an idiot. It was the case where Munesada Shigema's grandson was kidnapped, which must have been your son, madam.
Indeed, the story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part.
Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. And unfortunately, the department is unwilling to reopen the case.
Any investigation carried out afterward turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. So they never caught the culprit? Huh, that's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place then? That's right. An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We hope to talk to the family. No one was home when I checked last time, so we figured we'd try again. Interesting.
By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you.
And that is?
Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo?
Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly...
With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady.
If you insist.
What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything? Oh.
I don't know much. I've heard of the 7 mysteries, but this talk of curses eludes me.
Is that so? Well, I'm sorry for the intrusion. Okay.
Sure doesn't look good on the police to be mishandling cases like these. If there really was a culprit, it should be our responsibility to bring them to justice.
Well, I do consider the police my people. So, you consider the blame to be shared. You've got a stern side as well, I see.
Oh, hold on. That's the same thing. Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around.
Wait a second.
I assume they were talking about you, investigator.
Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. And it turns out I was out here last night to conduct my investigation.
Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary? I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. I can't promise I'll be any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you guys say. Something's happening in Honjo, isn't there? It must be something big if they've got you head of office guys on it.
Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Miso says, I love how white is apparently the weirdest thing about his outfit. Not the hat, the belt buckle, the fact that his shirt is half open, his necklace, etc., etc., etc. How he wears weirdly, like, fingerless gloves, like a Pokemon trainer, you know? Like...
Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what we're about to say, Richter. So using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul drakes to perform the rite of resurrection? And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo? It's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. We just figured the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get this situation under control, we've been searching for curse bearers to confiscate their curse stones. Do you have any information that might help us? That's tough. Oh, that's tough. I never expected curses and other mumbo jumbo to play into all this. But if we're talking shady characters, there was this middle-aged fella I saw on South Warigasu Street. He had an average build. He was a little anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think?
Well, considering the location, it could have been Hideki Araishi. We already got his curse stone.
Impressive. You two are working quick.
Did you see anything else?
Not that I can remember.
That's a shame. Okay. If you see any characters who look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know.
Absolutely, and I'll let you know if I find anything. Richter, perhaps you can lend a hand on our case too? There's a number of people we can't track, and finding missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? I hate to disappoint. I forgot I was both of them. I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case.
There's 4 characters on screen now.
The faith of my client is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they come in. Oh, in which they come. I see. Well, can't say that's not fair. What do you need a private investigator for, anyways? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. Huh? By the way, that reminds me, Richter. Yes? You said the person who used to live here died last week? You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi by chance? You knew? I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then. Seriously, Michio was involved with curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking to the Yoshimi's case. Yoshimi? Alright, Hajime Yoshimi's. That's right, he died on the job. I'm sure you've heard of it. I heard it was a most unfortunate loss. So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio.
Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping?
Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchange of information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in return, I want to know the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth... What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Jonouchi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense? I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet. But testimonies we've heard and the evidence we've found point in that direction. Testimony? You mean from those psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait, if that's all true, then... Did you figure something out? They're like the same. Kankichiro Iwa. Huh? Kankichiro Iwa. He'll be the next victim. We have to open the door to Aishi's house. We need to look inside. Hey, what's gotten into you? Boss?
I'm sure the landlord would give us the key if we asked.
Screw that. You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later.
Oh, Richter.
Hey, Richter, calm down. We can't just...
Oh, indeed we can. Indeed we can.
Take that, you shitty door. That's how you do it. Richter, get a hold of yourself. I see you're still the same as always. Everyone, come quick. Look at this. Oh, this part's kind of scary.
Oh, God.
Nothing jumps out if I remember, but it's just creepy, scary like this.
Okay, good. I just want a warning for the jump scares, please.
I don't think there is, but if I don't remember there being any. Whoa! What's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here.
Whoa, could that be Michio's dad?
Nah, he's her stepdad at best. Dead? Stepdad. I made a joke. He's her stepdad. It's gotta be the body of Kanichiro Iwa.
Oh my God.
There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Ario, did you find Joe Nouchi's body in the same state? Now that you mention it, it looked as though Kohei Jonouchi had died from a number of heavy blows.
What are you suggesting, investigator?
It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curse to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? It's gotta be that. And if she's alive, then...
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Oh, okay. My apologies for interrupting. I know we've just arrived at an interesting plot point, and I'm interrupting you now. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? But seeing as you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? Do I? Do I know the truth? What is the truth? And so I would have you answer me a question. What?
Do you want some hints, or...
Where in
Go
Hojo
into
was
your
Michio
files.
Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning?
Go into your files. Go to your thing. Go to
Hello, Azlano. Welcome in. How are you?
maybe try...
Definitely not Hihaku Soaps. Oops.
Go to the persons of interest. When you
Michio
go to
Shiraishi committed suicide, honor student, Michio Yako, strong interior, worried about her childhood, old talisman, a memento of her father, with her at all times. Guard teachers, kids rooftop, fairly ordinary student, started high school, trouble at home, dress code, corporal punishment. Title does not mean much to her.
when we were talking about how she might have gotten hit by the van,
Yeah.
and how Yako had a moment?
A weird moment, yeah. But I
And
closed my
then-
eyes, so I closed.
Well, there wasn't anything on screen. It was just like stuff that was happening to her, right?
Uh-huh.
And then some of the stuff that Mio and Hitomi were talking about is kind of hinting at the answer.
What were Mio and Hitomi talking about? The fact that there was something that she was being blackmailed about by the teacher. And so
Yeah, more about how Hitomi was possessed.
oh, yeah, and then Mio like exorcised her.
Yeah, and then she said some stuff about that.
The only thing I vaguely remember Mio saying about that is like it manifests as like headaches or something, and like usually the more in sync you are with like who you're being possessed by, the less chance of it like manifesting. But like it's only when you're out of sync that like issues start happening or something for the possessed spirits.
And then, do you remember when we first, as Mio, met with Yako to go to school?
No, I don't.
And then what Mio was like, "Hello, Earth to Yako," and then
Oh.
Mio asked like, "Oh, what's your name?"
Oh. Wait, so so that's why Yako saw the memory of the van. I was confused about that. I was like, why would she see Michio's memory? Because she's not supposed to, no one was around when Michio got into that accident and died.
So you're saying Michio's ghost. Where were they at 8? At the candy shop, right? Either the
That's
candy
all I'm
shop
gonna
or at
say.
school. So does that mean? Because I mean, no, well, no, that makes sense because maybe, well, because Yako was like, oh, well, I don't remember getting back home, and then I was just really tired. And the only person who has the curse stone to, I was really weirded out about this because like the only person who has the ability to kill someone and make it look like they had fallen from a really high height is Yako, because it's the one-sided read is probably something different related to like being cut in half or something. Um, and so I mean it would make sense if Michio took over and like did her thing at night and then took Yako back home.
But so, I don't know how like. So when Mio and he told me they were talking about kind of like the rules of possession
Uh-huh.
and how sometimes they don't have the ability to fully possess people,
Yeah. Wait, no,
but
I
they
don't
can
wanna...
they can do stuff to influence them.
So does that mean she just pretended not to remember? Where were they at 8? At the candy store?
I think it was a candy store.
Okay, I'm gonna guess candy store. Damn it, I don't think that's right. I see. Very well. Oh. Congratulations, you are correct. As expected, you got it in one go. Well, cause of death was such, was it not? You must have noticed. Okay, so I think he's talking about the cause of death for Jonouchi, right? Still a little bit confused. But I'm sure it will be revealed over time. So okay, like that makes me question like who are we as a spirit? Because as soon as like Mia was talking about how spirits can kind of guide you, right, to like make certain choices, that like immediately reminded me of the situation with Shogo when we were playing as Shogo at the beginning. How we were like, "Hey, do this," and then Shogo was like, "Huh? I don't know why, but I like really want to do this." And then when Mio said that, I was like, "Oh, wait, so like what character are we playing as like a spirit? Like, you know, like when we're in this world with the storyteller, right? Like who are we in all of this?" Like is there like are we supposed to be a character in the story, or are we like just a character and it's like a meta thing with the storyteller, you know? Like that's what I want to know. Okay. 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 Okay.
What? So you really think Michio Shiraishi is alive? Just think it through and it all becomes obvious.
It tracks, but do you really think that girl could have managed all of this? Also, Aslano, she was in here at 8 a.m. in the snake? Goodness. Have you played this game before? Is this one of your favorites? First of all, Ariel, go report this to HQ.
Dude, Haruhi is not having a good time.
She is just having some kind of time.
She's just like, I don't want to be here.
I'll start investigating this place. It sure isn't lacking in stuff that needs a looking at. I don't want to look at stuff in here. Why does it look so creepy?
It is creepy.
There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. Oh. Whoa, now, hold on. Those photos, I don't want to look at them. I don't want to. These are all of Fumichika Nejima. Gross. Really?
Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's even more pasted up over here. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders.
I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine?
Let's keep looking around.
I don't want to. Okay. I rate this game
Look
a
at these.
snake out of snake.
Pictures of Fumichika Nejima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was.
You think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to Nejima's case? Perhaps they did this as to not forget a grudge or something. It's crazy to think Nejima might be involved in all this too.
Do you think he might have anything to do with the body here?
Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer with a curse stone now. He'll announce that from sundown today. He announced that from sundown today he'll be going on a killing spree.
Oh dear.
There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard.
So he hadn't changed his ways. That doesn't bode well. To tell you the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nejima murders either.
You don't say.
That's right, we talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light.
You don't say. You were the kid from back then? You were really brave. You did a great deed.
Were you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea.
So you two have met before? Fancy that. I've been worried that Fumichika Nejima might bear resentment towards you, ma'am.
Oh, you might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type.
Oh dear.
That asshole. I wonder who put the idea into his head. Now he's got the one-sided read, too. He's threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown.
Seriously?
On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter.
Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here.
The fucker. Oh, they put the F word in this
Yeah.
game? Oh,
I think
damn.
I think they get one, at least, right?
That's the first one
I
I've
think they're
seen.
allowed one.
Right? Was there
so.
there a curse word before this?
I don't remember.
Fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with a cool head.
Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Iwa and Fumichika Nejima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's location.
Let's hope so. Drawer, why not? My mouse is already here.
This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside?
Huh?
I mean, in normal cases, only the police would be able to touch things, right?
Right, Aereo isn't here, so let me take a look at it. There's just clothes in here. Not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a talisman here, but I guess we're not so lucky.
I see. Thank you anyway.
Okay. Nejima's picture?
It's the same man in every picture. Is that Fumichika Nejima? Wow, this is quite the spectacle. I don't think I'll ever manage to erase this from my mind.
Don't worry, Richter. You're quite the spectacle yourself.
Is she flirting with him? You mean to compare me with the likes of a bizarre criminal?
Guy has the most revealing outfit. It's true. I do think he does. Miso says, I was going to give the game points because Mio looks slightly chubby by visual novel standards and they don't comment on it, but then they had to make the evil guy really fat, so I don't even know.
I think I want to say there's like a cheap reason for that, but I'm not going to say it now.
Overall, I definitely give the game props for not overly sexualizing female characters, though. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, I think it helps that this game is like takes place in like the 80s, where that's the style.
Yeah. All right. Old books. Oops, sorry.
There are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be a pain to look through all these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around. I think Kai does also have the most revealing outfit. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is.
They're magic runes. They're used in Western black magic rituals. Most of the time, they're useless imitations, though I wouldn't get too excited about it.
Oh my, who knew the chief inspector was such an expert on the occult?
I just chanced upon that information. That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned, she's pretty informed on the subject.
Was someone attempting to perform Western black magic in this place? Oh, someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious. It was dead serious about it all.
I will read this one. Since Kai talks a lot, so I'll take this one.
He does.
Western black magic. While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism or may variously refer to likes of witchcraft or astrology, here it refers specifically to Western black magic. In the Middle Ages, the line between science and magic was blurred, with the pursuit of the supernatural considered a legitimate academic discipline. Astrology was regarded akin to astronomy, while alchemy was accepted as scientific fact and would eventually evolve into what is today known as chemistry. One discipline, however, was considered wicked and shunned accordingly: black magic, the practice of using magical knowledge to strike a bargain with demons. In contrast to the socially acceptable subjects studied by the intelligentsia, black magic was most prolific among the lower classes. It was the common people who suffered most from the ills of the day: war, famine, and sickness, which perhaps led them to seek aid from unholy powers. As heresy, these rituals and spells were nowhere to be found in the orthodox modes of teaching, but instead were recorded in tomes of dubious credibility. Do I have to look at the dead body? I don't want to.
This sliding door leads to the kitchen. It barely fits the frame.
I think I have to.
There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kankichiro Iwa.
You've seen him before.
I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation.
Is this what a curse does to a person?
Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely.
It's amazing.
The fuck?
Okay. Ooh, she's a freak.
She's a freak.
She's a freak. Why can't I? Window?
With the window and storm shutter closed, no light gets in there at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they start to keep the house shut like this not long ago.
Um, why is nothing check marking?
Are you investigating them twice?
Oh, okay.
These aren't just cut from publications, they even snapped a number of shots on their own.
They must have admired him. Why else would they have collected so many pictures?
Whatever the case, it's certain they were obsessed.
She and Princess are very different.
The person who put all these photos up must have been obsessed with Nejima. They might have had some relation to Nejima's victims, or perhaps it was the opposite.
The opposite.
What if it wasn't loathing, but admiration?
But then...
Okay, we are... Okay, old books.
It'll be a pain to look through all these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around.
Okay, floor.
It looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while now. The ritual, or whatever, was something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of the neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises come from here during the night.
Hello, John. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
You think UI was the one chanting?
Hard to say. Could have been the one of the Shiraishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. There are candles and stones with inscriptions placed all over. Are these tools for some ritual?
Hey, don't touch anything, you hear?
Ah, that's right. Considering this is a murder scene, we gotta leave everything as is.
Existing? Oh, sometimes it do be like that. All of this can be used as evidence. If anyone besides forensics toys with it, it'll cause trouble down the road. Old books.
What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through if I wore gloves?
Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead.
Thank you. Huh. This seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you'd call these grimoires. It's grimoires? Is that how you say that?
Grimoires, yes, grimoires.
It's all a bunch of nonsense if you ask me, though.
You think the CY guy was studying them, perhaps to perform some kind of ritual. Intense headache and work was boring. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
You should have come in earlier. I was like almost thinking I was sick because like my nose was super congested. It kind of cleared up, but it's
true.
like still kind of a little bit stuffed. So, but yeah, it's weird. Maybe it's just allergies.
There are a bunch of handwritten notes besides the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. EY doesn't look like the type to be into this stuff, but you couldn't judge a book by its cover.
But why would he be studying black magic?
According to the materials, this here rune is for restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again? This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Ugh, talk about dangerous.
Resurrection. Like the rite.
I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons.
Huh, okay. Why is it... Oh, I have to look at it again.
Cruel is what it is.
Done? Okay, we're done.
You didn't check the old book.
Oh, what is it?
This looks like a journal. It's probably EY's.
A journal?
His writing is surprisingly thorough.
Not Nola. Hello, welcome in with the eyes. Looking.
It,
Oh god. Scared me.
It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone.
Man, that scared me. That woke me up real good.
Spooky. Oh wow, now this is something.
What is it? What did he write?
This is quite the fun. Let me give you a summary.
How are you doing tonight, by the way? Going from 20C to under 0 in such a short span is harsh. Canadian life. It's been nice here. It like rained last week on Monday, but then like it got hot again, and I think this week is supposed to be pretty hot, right?
Is it? I hope not.
Hold on, let me check the weather real fast. Yeah, it's like in the like mid 80s still. Which like I think is like 27-ish. I don't know. I'm not good at degrees Celsius.
Yeah, I have to convert.
I don't know how to convert it in my brain.
Yeah, not in my brain. This Konkichiro Iwa fella, he been searching for a spell to restore youth for years.
So he was into black magic from the start.
He believed he could learn to successfully perform the spell if he could use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seemed he was already funded after he acquired this grimoire.
You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar.
But first, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison.
What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence.
Likely not coincidence, it seems like Iwa took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man.
Worship? Nejima of all people.
This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers.
John says, ah yes, you Americans. Sorry, I'm a dirty American.
It's true.
It's true. So true.
Iwa had been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact.
This is a lot. Hold on. I had to yawn. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection?
To be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years, we've been scratching our head over the motives behind the Nejima murders.
Yep, it's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Oh, now, wait a minute. Do you think... No way. Are you saying...
That's right. The murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima.
You've got to be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic.
That's what evidence suggests. However, Nejima tried to do some type of resurrection ritual, but Iwa had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all of the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and Iwa were both acting in earnest.
This is batshit insane. You're telling me that nutjob did this all for some hokey pokey resurrection. Shit. Resurrection.
That means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life.
Oh god. Damn, that's it. That has to be it. Fucking hell, it all makes sense now. What is it? So, about the Nejima murders. Oh god, you scared me.
Thanks for the hydrate.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you. Have you hydrated, hon?
Yeah.
Nice. Man, I'm gonna like after this stream, I want to make a nice bag of popcorn for myself because I'm still snackish. Or I'll eat some soup that I made. I've been craving like the. Have you ever had sinigang?
Yeah. I
Oh
freaking
my
love
God.
it.
Me too. Like I don't know why. Like since like last week on like Wednesday, I've been craving like sinigang soup, and it's just like the porky, sour soup. And I like made it today, so maybe I'll just have another bowl of soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's soup weather.
It is soup weather. There's some information that's been kept from the public.
Go on.
When we broke into his house and arrested
Is my
him.
internet dying?
No, you're good. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? I can hear you. Hello? I can hear
Okay.
you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. we were hearing you just fine.
Okay.
We also found a baby. A baby? It was a girl. Looked to be about 6 months old, but she was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died.
So was Nejima the father?
Who was the kid? He told us he'd found her under a bridge. He found her? She was abandoned.
I heard of parents threatening to leave their child under the bridge as a threat, but to think it really happens. I suppose there are those cases with the dead newborns found stuffed in corn lockers, so that's not without precedent.
Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then that I could never get out of my mind.
And it's starting to sound more likely now.
God, this music. Well. Another one with sound. I didn't mean it. It's okay, Janya boy. It's just how my reviews
did I
are.
disappear?
You did you're gone for now.
Oh, I might have to refresh the source again.
No worries. A voice from beyond the veil. I mean, you're on the screen, but you're just not going into my OBS for some reason. Let me see if I can refresh you. You're not showing up.
Remember I had to remake the scene?
Did you? Oh no, you're back.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time you've heard it. Many believe Nejima's guilty of more crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing. Yeah, I remember all of that. Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant. Oh, goodness. That's horrific. He killed her. Why are her eyes so, I'm not looking. And dismembered her body, and we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me, this is all speculation on top of more speculation here. But I, for one, never believed that man would just take in a baby he found under a bridge. I'm feeling sick.
Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear.
Like I said, don't take that to be the full truth. We were running on speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child, and that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true.
That's an interesting thought. If there is anyone Nejima would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests he has an interest in the rite of resurrection.
Damn, you're right. And here I was thinking that he was only after the curse's power to massacre.
Chief Inspector,
Yeah?
what happened to the child?
Without a birth registration on file, best we could do was find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future.
Well, I'm glad she was taken care of, and oh no, is his daughter that little baby that they found 20 years ago, the daughter that doesn't talk to her father?
Are they all connected? Tsutsumi, where are you? Tsutsumi! There you are. Nope. But which is actually spurred by his wish to have something to discuss with his daughter. Oh, just the current trends. Nothing about his daughter here. Do we know her name? Who's this? This was the fiance. Anyways, okay. Just a thought.
It's a good thought.
Are we done? Was that everything? Oh, old books.
Don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in Iwai's journal. We know Iwai had managed to obtain the grimoire thanks to the advice he got from his idol Nejima while in prison.
I'm so scared. So absolutely scared.
After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick.
Right, he thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic.
Correct. Turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this. It was the one and only queen and the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsue Yamamori.
Because there's a dead body in the room inside out. It's spooky.
It's scary.
Wait, the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps?
So that's where this leads.
Here, let me read what he wrote. The queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic, rituals, and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like.
So she would even throw her money at the occult. The places greed will take you. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Haraishi. She presumably funded his research into Rite of Resurrection as well.
That's what it all points towards.
You examine dead bodies all the time in AA and DR. Well, the difference is context, okay? Context is key. The dead bodies in AA and DR are framed in the context of a murder mystery, okay? This death is not framed technically as a murder. There is supernatural elements, which makes it scary to me.
There's also no jump scares in Ace Attorney.
Yeah, that too. So I don't have to worry about getting jump scared, but here I do have to think about it, you know? We do have to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, it's more I feel like the tone, right? Ace Attorney is silly funny sometimes, a lot of times.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
So I agree with you, Princess.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced at the rumors of the Rite of Resurrection.
Oh yeah, and then Aslano brings up a good point. DR has pink blood, and pink blood is not spooky. This too is a murder mystery, technically. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's a supernatural murder mystery. Starting to sound likely.
It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's convenient cover for if she becomes young again.
Godly powers? What's that all about?
Ah, you can ignore that. By the way, I think Iwa took the payments as he was getting for his research to seduce a family into taking him in to keep a low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother Toshiko, were just his unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am?
Huh? This has something to do with me.
What are... Her child? What if her child was kidnapped to be a sacrifice?
No. You can't mean.
You realize then.
Perhaps. Wait, what?
I think you can click one and then it shows you the next part and then you can go back. But I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
I think it has to do either with Michio Shiraishi or Kankichiro Iwai, because obviously her son was kidnapped and Michio knew something about it. So maybe Michio's secret was that her stepdad... No, hold on. That's not right. Wait, what? They never found out who did that to her son, right?
I don't think so.
So maybe it was Kankichiro's sacrifice was her son. And Michio knew about it.
I honestly don't remember.
So the choice is always child magic, living sacrifice. The only thing that makes sense in relation to Haruo is her son. So it would be that the fact that Iwai's sacrifice was a child.
Was the sacrifice.
Wait, does it have her name? It doesn't. It doesn't have Harue's name. So we have to choose. Okay. It would have been Harue's child if it was Haruo, right? Child.
I think so.
Was a sacrifice, but okay, was a child. Kichiro's Iwai's living sacrifice was a child. Oh shit, I was right.
Well, that's exactly it.
Oh my god. My brain, my head hurts. I think
you're
my brain grew like 2
genius.
sizes bigger.
You're so big brain.
It's growing in my head right now. It hurts.
You're so smart.
Oh my god.
Iwa moved in with Shiraishi's to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth resurrection spell, but that meant extracting the life force from someone young.
Yeah, I gained 2 wrinkles. They're the size of the Grand Canyon right now. My brain wrinkled so hard, it's got like the deepest crevices ever. Oh, no, of course. That awful man. So, it was Iwai. This man.
Iwa worshipped Nejima, so he must have also despised Nejima's detractors.
Oh, the police. So of course he kidnapped Harue's son, because her family is super involved in the police, and that would have that would have fulfilled his functions twofold. One, getting back at the police for arresting Nejima, and two, a living sacrifice for his black magic. God damn it, princess. Sorry.
Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when
With the
he realized
police.
with the police, when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time.
Damn. That's the second fuck!
Wow!
You got it. I kidnapped Haruhi Shigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. Oh god. You're telling me that horror, I can't look at her face. He never had the intention of returning my child.
I thought there might be a reason why the kidnapper seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses and then kidnapped him on the way back home.
Oh god. That man, he took Shuichi. Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe. You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. Me too. I'm going through something right now. I'm going through something looking at these faces. Pause. It's too intense. My heartbeat's racing. Nothing happened! It zoomed in on her face and it did the blap sound, okay? Of course something happened. Oh, my brain. Oh, he's falling back to pausing. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You got this. I believe in you.
Okay. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices. What a stupid idea from a stupid little man.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Let's just take a moment to breathe while we get some fresh air.
I can't believe this. This is.
Chief, I think it's best we take our leave. But before we go, there's just one important piece of information I noted in his journal.
Oh? I got a mail from Nejima.
I got in contact with Nejima last year after Nejima was released on parole. He provided him with accommodation and financial support.
Is that so?
He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in.
Damn it.
If anything, rather than use his money to support Shiraishi's, it seems that most went to Nejima instead. If Nejima's looking around anywhere at the moment, it's probably in that hideout.
Did you write where it is?
Unfortunately, no, not that I can tell. But it seems that Michio knew where it was. She never met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up among other things.
What good is that information? The girl's already dead. Oh god. Wait. No, she's alive.
That's right. Michio Shiraishi is alive.
No, she's possessed. I mean, she's dead, but she's possessing her friend Yako.
If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on his hideout too.
Investigator, I'm asking you.
I should be going. The lady is not well.
His deceased body was discovered at the Shiraishi home. Perceiving. Oh, when the Nejima murders were widely reported in the media, it had a great impact on Kankichiro, as he witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Perceiving Fumichika Nejima as a great hero, he began collecting every piece of information he could find on the man. Kankichiro was later arrested for his illegal business practices, and a chance meeting with Fumichika during his incarceration solidified his idolization. He was captivated by Fumichika's talk of black magic and, following his release, acquired the grimoire Fumichika had hidden away. As for Toshiko Shiraishi, Kankichiro set his sights on her after encountering her at her part-time job. When he learned that Shiraishi family was in financial trouble and could not afford to send Michio to college, he turned on the charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering them money. All the while, his belief in black magic deepened, and he found a sponsor in the Hihaku Corporation. Kankichiro forced the Shiraishi family to perform various rituals, with any attempts to resist being met with merciless beatings. The mother and daughter were helpless to resist. After Hihaku offered Kankichiro great sums to intensify his work with black magic, he set his mind to sacrificing a child in order to perform a youth restoration spell. For this purpose, he chose Shuichi Shigima, the son of Harue Shigima, against whom Fumichika held a grudge. He attempted to enlist Michio so as not to alarm the boy, and when she resisted, he beat her mother 20 times. With Michio's assistance, Kankichiro kidnapped Shuichi and locked him up in the Shiraishi house, and told the young and courageous boy that he'd kill Michio if he tried to run. While his actions were motivated by a personal grudge against the police, it was first and foremost an attempt to create a societal uproar and breakdown in public order. So Kankichiro painted the crime as a regular kidnapping, demanding a ransom from the family. However, because of an embargo on the press, the kidnapping did not cause a public outcry akin to that of the Nejima murders. Infuriated, Kankichiro had Toshiko perform the sacrifice ritual by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. Toshiko killed Shuichi in his sleep, but the spell failed, for which Kankichiro blamed her. Warning Michio to keep silent about the murder to avoid incriminating her mother, Kankichiro dumped the boy's body in a nearby river. The tiny corpse was found a week later in the Sumida River after floating through several canals in Honjo. Having drifted for days in the polluted water, little evidence remained. Although Kankichiro performed no further sacrifices, his devotion to black magic only increased. Toshiko and Michio spent their days consumed by guilt, forced to continue serving Kankichiro until the day they died. Interesting. Okay, so it was kind of what I brained out, but that was a lot more detailed than before. Okay. What a freak. Time for me to sleep? John, good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Can we give you a little tuck into bed? I will see you later. Come tomorrow to redeem your little birthday song. I know you mentioned you were looking, for my schedule to do a little birthday redeem. So come tomorrow. I'll sing you some happy birthdays. Yeah, alright. Oh, it's because I clicked out. Hold on. Are we done? Oh. Man, that was so intense.
Are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, ma'am?
I'm fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits.
We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here.
You're right. But, Richter, I feel grateful towards Michio.
Because you killed the kidnapper?
There's that too. But it's for something else. If Michio is the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now. Soul dregs, I mean.
Ugh.
Hey, Richter. Whether the kidnapper is dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Nejima is planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection. So, I'm counting on you. Damn. Oh man. We just got like a bombshell of a thing dropped on us. It's like 10:30. I feel like that took some time too. How many did we go through? We went through what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I do think if we do another one, we might not have enough time. So let's save the. Are we almost at the end?
There's a chunk left, and I don't know what a chunk means, but that's what I can say.
A chunk left. Okay, because I feel like we were okay. So like we went through the night, right? And then now it's like the morning. And I'm guessing we have to go through like the afternoon and then an evening portion. We might not be able to finish tomorrow, and I guess that's okay. It's totally fine. You're okay like joining me even if you're not streaming on your channel, right?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Okay, so let's just figure out a day, cause like I'm thinking like I don't want to keep you too long, cause also selfishly I want to do sewing stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that, but yeah, well, you know, it's not good to rush through things. I think that's all I'll say.
Yeah. I think after tomorrow, maybe 1 or 2 after that, you should be good.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's like we're definitely like getting to the end.
I will say like the parts that are slow is all the explanation and also like the scary moments. But those are those are, I think, if I remember right, they're getting fewer and fewer as we go on.
Okay, and I feel like the hardest part for me really is going to be remembering all of the details of everything and how they're connected. Because we just got like a huge thing dropped on us, right? Like now we know what Michio's involvement was in all of this, and the fact that it is actually, in fact, connected back to Nejima, and now we understand why Hihaku Soaps is also involved, and like why Shogo randomly, weirdly, like I don't know if that's like a thing, like why is an employee of Hihaku Soaps involved, like Shogo with Yoko, like was that something that was planned at the very beginning? Because those two characters seem super unrelated, as opposed to, you know, all of these characters with like Michio and Iwai and Nejima and Harue, and of course the police officers, right? And then the two girls that we've met so far. And then weirdly the two college students, the boy and the girl, those two, and Yoko and Shogo, are not really explained like why they're connected and why they also like are involved in this whole curse thing. So yeah. Lisa says thanks to both of you for a great stream.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
making
I
this
had a lot of
great.
fun. I hesitate to say I had fun. I had fun with Han, but the experience of playing this game scares me. So I don't know if it's like quote unquote fun.
Try to
But
drink out of this cup.
yum yum yum. make the yep. What does it taste like? How does it taste?
It's very good. It's matcha. It's a little bit bitter, a little bit sweet.
Delicious, delicious, delicious. Who shall we rate? Let's see here. We have Pat, who's playing Meg's Monster. Cap's playing Ghostbusters. KP is playing Phasmo. Phasmo? Gunny's playing Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
I was gonna say, wow, everyone's playing like scary games, and then you're like Spider-Man 2, and I was like,
Spider-Man 2. Oh, you know what? Let's do KP because I recently was hanging out with her and we were talking about Phasmo, so I do kind of want to see how she plays the game because she says she gets scared of it too. So, you know, maybe I can see someone else be just as scared as me. Thank you to Zoomy CR for the follow. Thank you Esco for the resubscribe, and Big Four, thank you for coming in with the raid. Before I drop off the call, Han, is there anything that you want to say or announce? I know I'm just gonna ask you every time, even though I know what you have.
and I'll just repeat the same thing.
Good, perfect.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know or weren't here at the beginning, I'm going on a little hiatus until the 30th, and on November 30th, I'll be back streaming on my channel with a live signing. For those of you who don't know, I'm the English voice actor for Gray from Arknights, and am selling prints and signatures and doing a live signing then. And if you like to support me and you don't care about Arknights, I also have VTuber prints as well. So yeah, so I'm just kind of like pushing and promoting that for now until the 30th, and that's where I'll be.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Han. Chat, please say thank you to Han for coming in. We appreciate and love her very much.
Thank you all. Thank you, Princess, and thanks, chat, for making it a good time.
All right. Bye, Han.
Bye.
All right, you guys. As always, please be happy. Please be healthy. But most of all, please be kind. Be kind to others because you never know what a smile, hug, or hello can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourself. Stay hydrated. Make sure you are getting up, stretching your legs every once in a while. If you haven't given me a follow, why not? Give me a follow. The next time I go live, you'll be notified. Tomorrow, we are going to play more Paranormasight. It will be the end of Halloween or spooky season. We, culminating in Halloween night. Come hang out. Oh, and then also tomorrow is the last day. If you notice up top, I have these blood drops. Okay, tomorrow is the last day that I will be taking submissions on my Google form. If you donated blood, or minimum, thank you, Han. I appreciate you. Lots of love. Or minimum donation of $5 to American Red Cross or your local blood bank. Okay, if you send evidence, proof, an image of that to my Google form, and please don't worry, only me and one of my mods has access to it. We're just, your privacy will be respected. Upload it there, and I will put your name on a blood drop. And for those of you who are kind of just sliding in at the end of October, you don't have to worry about your blood drop disappearing on November 1st. These blood drops will stay up for the month of November as a way to recognize and thank you for, your sacrifice and your generosity. Again, this was inspired by Shervana, but also selfishly because my sister is a first response worker. She works as a firefighter, and I know that there are times that she needs services like these, and she relies on people in her community, right, to donate. And as much as possible, I would like to, encourage you guys, if you are able to, please donate blood, please donate money to these organizations so they can keep running this service for, you know, people who need blood. Whether it's for an accident or for, you know, frequent transfusions because of health issues. All right, stick around for the raid. You will get some, you know, raid channel points. I think 200 or 300. If you're saving for a big game redeem, it will be good for that. All right. Miss the fact that your sister is a firefighter? That's badass. Yeah, she is an official firefighter. Will not reveal where, but I'm very, very proud of her. She graduated Fire Academy this past year in April and was inducted into her city's fire department. And yeah, she works as a firefighter. It's really cool. And, you know, I think it's everything that she's ever wanted. So I'm really proud of her. All right, you guys, check one of those raid messages. If you are a subscriber, grab the one with the Evermarch. If you are not a subscriber, you can still follow us through. Grab the one with the cute doggo heads, okay? And we are going to go say hi to KP. She is a lovely friend. We met up for lunch on Saturday, and she's just the absolute best. Like, so positive. She's just, I feel like she's larger than life sometimes, but she's just the same offline as she is online, and truly one of, you know, the few streamers that I've become really good friends with, both online and offline. So let's go hang out with her. Let's say hello. Let's see how Phasmo is going for her. I will see you tomorrow. We're gonna play some more Paranormasight, and I have a small surprise, right? Like, I'll be dressing up for Halloween, so I will see y'all there. If not, I'll see you on Wednesday or later. You know, whatever. You know what I mean. All right, good night, my puppies. I'll see y'all later.